Hi all. So this will be one of the smallest video on electromagnetic wave. So here I am just discussing about how to represent a sinusoidal wave or harmonic wave in complex notation. So in the last class we already seen that a harmonic wave or a sinusoidal wave we can write is of the form f of zt a cos of kz minus omega t plus delta. Okay. So from this expression we'll get all the details about the wave. Okay. Now, we can just recall one famous formula is called the Euler's formula. So, according to Euler's formula, e raised to I theta can be written as cos theta plus I sin theta. So, e raised to I theta can be divided into two parts, a real part, which is cos theta, and a complex part, which is sin theta. So, e raised to I theta has two parts, a real part and a complex part. So therefore, from Euler's formula, we can write the cos theta as the real part of e raised to I theta. Okay. So then we can write our f of zt in a complex notation in this way using the Euler's formula. Now, why we are going to the complex notation? Because the complex notation, although the term is complex or the name for the notation is complex, but its calculation is very simple. So dealing with the complex function is very simple compared to the real functions. So that we'll see when we are discussing about some examples of waves like reflection, transmission. We'll see that indeed the complex notation is very simple compared to the real notations. So that is why we are giving some importance to the complex notation and we are transforming our real notation to the complex notation. And it is always possible to convert from go back from the complex to real part. Okay, so if you represent this f as a complex function, we can go back to its real form later. So it is the example is taking a logarithm. So if you want to compute it, if you want to add big numbers at olden days, the people used logarithm table. So first they will find the logarithm of a number, they will compute everything, and finally they will take its anti-log. So that is a kind of approach. Similarly, we can convert the real function form into complex function first. We can do all the calculation, and finally we can go back to the real notation after doing the calculations. ഇത് ചെറിയൊരു ഉദാഹരണം നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ നാട്ടിലൊരു ഉദാഹരണം നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ സൂചിയും നൂലും. ഇപ്പൊ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നൂല് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ഡയറക്റ്റ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തുന്നാൻ വേണ്ടി പറ്റില്ല. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ഉപയോഗിക്കും? സൂചി ഉപയോഗിക്കും. ഇപ്പൊ സൂചിയിൽ നൂല് കോർത്ത് നമ്മൾ ഡ്രസ്സ് തുന്നും. വസ്ത്രം തുന്നിയതിന് ശേഷം എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? നമ്മുടെ സൂചി അങ്ങ് ഒഴിവാക്കും. നൂല് അവിടെ കിടക്കും. അപ്പൊ അതേ രീതി തന്നെയാണ്. അപ്പൊ ആദ്യം നമുക്ക് റിയൽ ഫംഗ്ഷൻ നമുക്ക് ഡയറക്റ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട്, ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ള പല സിറ്റുവേഷൻസും ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ കോംപ്ലക്സ് ഫംഗ്ഷനിലേക്ക് മാറ്റും. നമ്മുടെ കാൽക്കുലേഷന് ശേഷം എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? ആ കോംപ്ലക്സ് ഫംഗ്ഷന് റിയൽ ഫംഗ്ഷനിലേക്ക് മാറാം. Okay. So then, the f of zt can be written as real part of a into e raised to I kz minus omega t plus delta. Or it is a real part of a into e raised to I delta e raised to I kz minus omega t. Now this function I am going to represent as f tilde. So it is a real part of f tilde of zt. So what is f tilde now? So f tilde of zt is equal to a into e raised to I delta, that I'm going to denote by symbol a tilde e raised to I kz minus omega t. Okay, so we have the original function f of zt as a cos kz minus omega t plus delta. Now this function can be written as the real part of f tilde of zt. And what is this f tilde? It's a complex function of the same function. So the complex part is f tilde can be written as a tilde e raised to I kz minus omega t, where a tilde contains both amplitude and phase. Okay, so this box summarizes everything about this notation. So instead of working with f, we'll work with f tilde. We'll do all the calculation, and finally we can go back from f to f tilde to f by using this condition. Okay, so that's all about the complex notation, and we will show the power of this complex notation in the next lecture when we are dealing about the physical example of the refraction and transmission of a wave in a stretched string. Okay, so thanks for watching this small video, and we'll see you in the next class.